Hello everyone, my name is VJ and welcome to my YouTube channel. In the series of CKA questions and answers, today we're going to look into another question which you will get in your CKA exam. So the question is, you are managing a WordPress application running in a Kubernetes cluster. Your task is to adjust the pod resources request and limit to ensure the stable operation. Follow the instructions below. Scale down the WordPress deployment to 0 replicas, edit the deployment, and divide node resources evenly across all 3 pods. Assign fair and equal CPU and memory requests to each pod. Add sufficient overhead to avoid node instability. Ensure that both init container and main container use the exact same resource request and limits. After making changes, scale the deployment back to 3 replicas. So this is the question. Now look at the answer. As you know, I have recently created these pre-set up labs so you can practice easily. So for this particular task, I have got the practice lab called resource request and limits. So I'll go there. It will load whatever it required to complete this task. So just wait for a moment. All right, as you can see, it has started. The main thing in this question is there should be 3 pods and 1 deployment. So let's check if we have got all those or not. So 3 pods in this deployment and get you can also check like this. So clear this. Now we're going to go back to, first of all, we have to scale down as per instruction. So kubectl scale deployment something happened. So kubectl scale deploy WordPress replicas equals to 0. So scale down. Now we can check. Okay, deploy. It's 0 now. So now we're gonna go and change this. Before we going into it, what you need to do, you need to make sure you know what is resources available in your node. So kubectl node. So you check what is the node you've got, and then get the node. The name of the node is control plane. So I'm gonna do this kubectl describe node control plane. Enter. And if you look at the resources, it has got the 1 CPU and it has got the memory around 2 lakhs, 200,000 probably. Yeah. So anyway, we're going to divide and I will show you how to do it very easily. So that's how you look at the resources. Once you've done that, you need to go into the deployment. So kubectl edit deploy WordPress, enter it, and what you need to changes the changes you have to make is under this spec. So do not confuse with this spec. This is the spec which you need to make changes in. So if I go there, so all the changes need to be done is done under resources. If you do not remember what need to be changed here or what need to be added, go to Kubernetes documentation. So Kubernetes docs, and I will say resource allocation. And I will go for the second one, resource management for pod, because that's what we look into it. And simply, I will pick up. So resources is already there. We're going to pick up this part, right? And enter. So resource, under resource, the request should be 1, 2, and paste it here. The format seems to be changed anyway, so what we need to do is memory need to be inside this too, and CPU also need inside this. Limit should be same as request, and again we're gonna make it like this. And so for memory, we saw that there's something 21,792,933, something like that. So I will show you in the calculator what happens here. So I'm not sure if we can use calculator, but I think you can use calculator. So what's going to happen is like it was something like this divided by 1024. So now what I'm doing is this is the given memory and this is the MI because we have to put the data in MI. So just divide this and it comes down to this. I think there was more than this. So I think there's one digit I'm missing. I'm just taking roughly, but it can be anything you see. So say if I'm taking 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 divided by 1024, so around 2000, right? And we have to divide in 3. So say if it's 2000 MI, and if we take out the say 10-15%, a lot of people say 20%, so up to you whatever you want to remove. So 20%, for example, it becomes 1700, and if you divide the 1700 with 3, it would be about 500 something. So it doesn't have to be exact amount. So I'm gonna do this as 500. And so one more thing which is very interesting is the CPU. So CPU is what's happened with the CPU. This is there's a core CPU, and CPU one core is equal to 1000 millicore, and 1000 millicore, that's how you define as well CPU. By the way, if you see, look, this is 250M. So simple as the 20% is remove 800. You can divide 800 with the 3, it will be somewhere around 250. So I'll leave it as it is. Limit is the what maximum you want to give. So say for this one 1000, and this one is 500 is already there. So I will leave this as it is. I'll copy this part because we have to have a same um, resources in init container as well. So come down and then we look into init container and look at the resources. It's here. And if I enter this 1, 2 and paste it, so it looks like correct to me. Then come out. It's edited successfully. And what we need to do is now we need to start the restart the pods. So or deployment. So we're just going to do is kubectl scale deployment WordPress replicas equal to 3. Now I'm going to check git deploy. So it's back now, right? Now we need to get pod, right? Now if you look into the pod, so if you want to see if they have got correct memory or not, what you need to do is describe pod and pick up any pod. So say this pod, and I will see where I found this command. So you know where to get it from. So this is the detail here. And oh, okay, my bad. Actually, do not look into this. But if I show you here in documentation, the same page where we got these resources from, if you look at the bottom, this says you contain my terminal because of this. No, so just somewhere here it says you can check the node capacity and amounts allocated to the this. So what you need to do is you need to look into the nodes actually. So if I go here, so pasted this in node control panel. In here, you can see node had got the 250, what we have given. The limit is 500, memory is 500 MI, and maximum is 1000 MI. So that's all you need to know, and that's all you need to do. I hope I was able to explain you properly, and I will give you a link for this a lab, and I'm sure you're gonna like it. So thank you so much. Subscribe and like please for me, so I will get encouraged to do more video like this. Thank you.